Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending another podcast between myself, Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network, and my guest speaker, Mr. Richard.advani of Supreme Lending, who is one of the leading investment loan agents in the country with Supreme Lending, and he does investor loan financing in all 50 states. He also does owner-occupied buyers to buy their first homes or refinance their loans. So he does it all and does it with a real high-class service that we expect him to be. So today's topic, I just want to do a little bit different. The reason why I want to do something a little bit different is because I want to go over what transpired in the past, go over a little bit of my personal information. I mean, not too personal, but so just to give you some perspective. All right. So what I'm about to show you is okay. Way back, Richard, I'm sure you can share a similar case history within your personal life, just a little bit. So, back in, I think 2010, okay, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area for the past 30 years, and Richard.advani, you live in Southern California for a long time as well. So you and I know, and everybody else knows how insane the real estate market is in its long California real estate history. So let me go back a mere maybe 12 years ago, 2010. Okay, at that time, I already owned a primary home here in the San Francisco Bay Area. But I got curious and I happened to went up there to an open house in Pleasanton, California, which is like 20 miles north of San Jose back in 2010, okay? If you look at the Zillow, this is mind-boggling. If you look at Zillow pricing here, back in 2010, I was looking for these homes at the Ruby Hill Country Club here in Pleasanton, California. Very upscale community. Ruby Hill Country Club consists of approximately 200 homes, and this community is a gated community, very high end, very upscale. It's a beautiful place. It has a golf course. You need to pay like $10,000 per year to have a golf course membership. If you want the membership, if you don't, that's fine. You can still live in this upscale community. So I was looking at these homes at that time, 2010. It'll shock you. It's just mind-boggling. The prices at that time, 12 years ago, on this home inside Ruby Hill Country Club in Pleasanton, around, I think is either $875K or $925,000, 2,680 square foot. And yeah, I was contemplating, but just move up, sell my current home at that time and move up. I qualify. I could have bought this, whatever. But nevertheless, we all of us are the prisoner of the moment. So what transpired was, now we fast forward to 2022 and look at Zillow, the same house, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,680 square foot. By Zillow is listed at 2.595, right? So I'm not going to calculate what's the appreciation rate and all that. A mere 12 years later, the price is like this. I mean, we could make the argument that if any of these houses inside this country club will be on sale, which is not, those millionaires in these houses in this area not going to sell it. By the way, inside this country club, this is the entry level. This house is the lowest square footage. They have like 5,000, 6,000 square foot mansion that right now probably costs $6-7 million in this community, in this subdivision. Anyway, so you could make the argument that if a house like this in this community would be on sale, who knows, right? We could get into a bidding war, 5 or 10 offers, maybe more. You could have one crazy person going to offer $500,000 above asking, or even $1 million above asking, and someone this owner of this house could sell it for 3 million or 3.5. Okay, I may be exaggerating, but I mean, in the Bay Area, in the past couple of years, we have seen home prices were overbid by $1 million. I'm sure in Southern California, Richard, you have a similar story. I mean, it's just crazy. So anyway, so this is another picture of the country club. Beautiful, one of the top-notch country club in the Bay Area. Very, very beautiful. I mean, very kind of a little bit off the path, but it's only like 5 miles from the main freeway, 680 Pleasanton. I live in San Ramon right now, which is 5 miles up the road from this area, but not as exclusive as this country club. So now fast forward to 2022. So 2022. So for $925K, what kind of house are you getting today? Well, if you waited today, this home located in Alameda, which is few miles from Oakland, California. You know about Oakland, the good and bad, right? This home, as you can see down here, is built, I think, right after the Civil War. Yes, the Civil War, like more than 100 years ago. This house was in Alameda, in the East Bay, next to Oakland. Anyway, this home listed for sale a few days ago at $889K. Get this, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, at 763 square foot. I know it has been upgraded, inside looks good, whatever. It's in a decent neighborhood. On the Zillow school rating is probably 6 out of 10. Not so great, but in fact, the bathroom inside needs to be rehab, upgraded. It's not totally rehab. So the cost of renovation for the bathroom, for the 1 bathroom, is probably another $50,000 to $70,000 or even more, because of the high cost of renovation these days. But of course, the seller, how the seller go, right? They list the price at below the comps to elicit bidding wars. And I don't know the status, but I could make the argument this home is listed at $889K. You could find somebody could bid at the lowest bid, maybe $925, maybe $950. The winning offer could be 1.1 or 1.125. I don't know. In fact, I would not be surprised if somebody have a winning offer at 1.15, maybe even 1.2 million for this house. Little cookie cutter, the size of a garage, like a fixer-upper, like a bungalow. And imagine, have you bought 12 years earlier, you would have bought a mansion for this price. Now you have to go down to the ghetto. No, I wouldn't say ghetto. But what I'm trying to say, I don't know. I'm trying to say is you buy real estate and wait instead of wait to buy real estate. Also, now, if you are a primary home buyer, I mean, if you're qualified, if you have a stable job, if you have cash reserve, if you have a down payment, if you have good credit, then buy, right? I mean, it's never really a long time to buy, as long as you have a 7 to 10 year or longer time horizon. So if you are a investor, of course, you wouldn't want to buy here in the Bay Area in California. For that matter, you would buy at some affordable areas that can allow you to cash flow. So so what I'm trying to say is, who knows the next 10 to 15 years gonna entail, but so my message is, if the right time to buy for you, buy, right? If it's not the right time, don't buy. For primary home buyers, whether you're first-time home buyers or move-up buyer, whatever, given what's going on in the market, interest rate, and what have you. So for investors, buy, live where you want to live, invest where the numbers make sense. Buy out of state in the areas that we promote, South and Southeast mainly. Okay, so that's my message. So Richard, you have anything to add on this quick review?
Yeah, I mean, just the only thing I'd add is even though prices are high, and even though rates are a little higher, although historically low, but a little higher than they were obviously in the last 3 years, one thing that led to a lot of appreciation in those examples is inflation, right? Over a decade, if the true inflation rate prior to this year was correct at 2 to 2.5% a year, over 10 years, the house inherently should be dollar wise worth, 10x of that 2%, so 20 to 30% more. And inflation right now is rampant, right? 10, 12, 15, 18, 20%, whatever it is. Different people will say different things. Either way, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's in double digits right now, right? So, a lot of new home buyers are saying, well, rates have gone up, values are high, I'm just going to sit it out. And everyone is not taking inflation into account with how rampant it is, and the cost of the dollar being worth less and less and less. You're locked into a 30-year fixed. If inflation stays at 8% a year, 10% a year, 5 years later, it's 40% higher. That same home or similar home would cost. So, although real estate values may be leveling off in relation to supply and demand of real estate, inflation is still going to play a big role on it. So I don't see home values going down, and I still see a windfall to be made in the long run with that hedge against inflation. Unless you've got another thing you're using to hedge against inflation, it's still a good time. It's always a good time, in my mind, to buy real estate, especially if you're looking at it long term.
Yep, Richard, I couldn't agree more. So I say it again, you buy real estate and wait instead of wait to buy real estate. So with that in mind, thank you for listening. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Network and Mr. Richard.advani from Supreme Lending.